Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Syracuse's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Ross Simmons. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Paul, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the transfer portal. Success is coming. Listen.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Orange will have to punt.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down in the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
Continues to fight for yards. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time today. Pistol. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
From the gun, running back gets the give. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The the Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. To the air on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Snagged in the middle. It's Willis.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Snags a quick pass on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's James. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Oh, better look out. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Randall. What a nice job finding the back on the angle.
He knew there on third down. He had the one-on-one with his running back and that defender. Nice job on the route, crossing the defender's face. Easy completion. The drive stays alive.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Clemson set up with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. That's caught. It's Willis. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Gets away from one, finds room. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ross Simmons. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll be out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 24. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Grab behind the line. It's Nixon. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. Close.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water with this offense so backed up. They're able to get to him for a sack, and I give the quarterback credit because I thought he was about to take a safety. Somehow he was able to stay out of the end zone.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Syracuse, 0. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
To the air, it's Klubnik. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. Touchdown, Syracuse. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Couldn't find a way to create that rope. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Willis. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pressure coming. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Gotta make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Quick handoff. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the left. Danced his way through traffic. Pickup of 4 to the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on first down. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nixon. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown, Cuse. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the quick completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Now facing a third and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got it in the middle, it's Adams. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. The give. Hard running there. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They move the chain picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Give to the single back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Randall. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Pushes ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them. A 5-point lead here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Smashes ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Lost a throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Running to the left. Fights off a defender. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These corners going to give them some space. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Got room to work. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Slides away. Finds a little space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. After not really playing their